how to protect yourself. Groups like Project Veritas are active right now.
It's like some group that's trying to just out the employees. Like they're trying to go on dates with them like this and record them and then go sell it to the New York Times.
No.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
You're lucky that you met me organically, because I would be questioning everything about you.
Hey guys, welcome to the Liberal Hive Mind, a channel solely focused on exposing the abundant hypocrisy of the left. We are definitely living in the most interesting timeline. I mean, is there anything better, any entertainment, any TV show, any book, more entertaining than what is going on in real life around us in the world of politics and in the world of culture? The answer is no. Real life is the greatest reality TV show, and it's moments like these that make me feel this way. Project Veritas, once again, drops another banger, another bombshell secret video recording. Last time with a senior Twitter engineer, this time with a Twitter executive. And once again, what Twitter very carefully says during Senate hearings, or what Twitter very carefully says with their top executive lawyer, Mrs. Vijaya, on Joe Rogan's podcast, seems to be very, very different from the reality or the truth that's being spilled by these top Twitter people on secret video that Project Veritas has attained. And this is possibly the best video ever. This clueless Twitter executive goes on about an internal Twitter memo that warned Twitter employees to not go on dates with random people or people seeking information about Twitter because they could very well be Project Veritas. And the funniest part is he's saying this while literally being on a date with a Project Veritas person. I guess these tech leftoids will never learn as they continue to spill the beans to investigative reporters telling us exactly what we knew to be true from the start. Let me show you guys exactly what's going on here, but of course, before we get into any of it, please make sure to leave a like, a comment, subscribe, share the video as much as possible. We are still shadow banned by the YouTube algorithm, hidden from non-subscribed viewers. And with that out of the way, let's roll the tape. All right, friends, take a look at this. Breaking: Twitter urges employees to watch out for Project Veritas. They sent out this email right over here. Targeting of tweeps. Team, in the last couple of weeks and as recently as yesterday, we have seen an increase in targeting of tweeps to obtain company information and insights, and we want to inform you of what we're seeing and how to protect yourself. Groups like Project Veritas are active right now. These groups use social engineering tactics to get close to employees and obtain videos and recordings of employees discussing internal company matters, and often selectively edit those recordings to misrepresent conversations to further their own political ideologies and agendas. Tactics have included connecting with our people via dating sites such as Tinder, Bumble, or Happen, setting up fake job interviews, soliciting information via surveys from seemingly legitimate organizations, securing invitations to lunch in our offices to our company events, soliciting recordings and transcripts of company meetings, approaching employees in public setting or at their homes and aggressively questioning them. Do not disclose confidential, proprietary information or discuss internal conversations, policies, or products outside of the office. I mean, I find it a little bit oxymoronic. These groups use social engineering tactics to get close to employees and obtain videos and recordings of employees discussing internal company matters. Do not disclose confidential information or internal conversations, policies, and products. They're so worried that Project Veritas is going to uncover the truth of what's happening at Twitter, while at the same time claiming that Project Veritas is selectively editing these recordings to misrepresent conversations. Which one is it? Are you being misrepresented, or are you just worried that the truth is finally coming out? Well, we all know the answer to that one, and once again, Project Veritas exposes the whole damn thing. Take a look at this.
Well, right now we don't make profit, so it's going to say ideology, which is what's led us to not being profitable. The rest of us who have been here believe in something that's good for the planet and not just to give people free speech. Because again, like, these people really do believe in what we're doing. These are the policies we've put in place for misinformation or mislabeling media or whatever.
Yeah.
Why do you think this should be taken down?
Yeah.
Like, those are the questions they're going to ask him.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And it's going to be hard for him to be like, oh, because people should make their own decision. It's like, no, but people don't know how to make a rational decision if you don't put out correct things that are supposed to be out in the public. As an advertiser, as my business, is what I do every day and why I go out, is like, we want it to be as fair and transparent and accurate as possible.
Yeah.
And if that means there's a level of censorship to make it correct, quote unquote, again, and what does correct mean? I guess like, it just kind of goes back to the idea of like, well, what is correct?
If we're implementing all these rules and Elon wants to dismantle them, then technically our ideology has led us to not making money because we're not making money. And Elon wants to turn it the other way so that we can make money. There's a statement they need all 7,000 people to say. And so they can't tell us that the real truth.
He has Asperger's.
Yeah, I know that.
So he's special. You're special needs. You're literally special needs. So I can't even take what you're saying seriously. Targeting of tweets.
Wait.
You can read it.
Let me see. And how to protect yourself. Groups like Project Veritas are active right now. Is that?
It's like some group that's trying to just out the employees. Like they're trying to go on dates with them like this and record them and then go sell it to the New York Times and say this is what the Twitter employee just said. This is what's really happening. This is what they're telling us to not do. You're lucky that you met me organically because I would be questioning everything about you.
I mean, wow, this stuff just gets juicier and juicier every single time. The funniest part of the interview, obviously, is when he mentions the whole tweeps thing, quote, targeting of tweeps, then goes on to immediately trust the person that he's conversing with because he met that person outside. But that hilarious situation is one thing. Of course, the context of what this individual said is much, much worse and definitely should be the focus here. You know, I find it so interesting. We juxtapose what these employees are saying, what these executives are saying, next to what tech CEOs have said on the record during Senate hearings for years. They've claimed endlessly that they don't want to be the arbiters of truth, yet their employees and their executives discussing policy matters seem to be claiming that that is exactly what Twitter is doing, that they get to decide what is correct and what is okay, what is legitimate to discuss on their platform. Jack Dorsey claims that they don't want to be the arbiters of truth, and the same thing was said by Mark Zuckerberg multiple times in CNN interviews and during Senate hearings.
I don't think we should be the arbiters of truth, and I don't think the government should be either. But I do think it would be dangerous for a company like ours, going back to that fear point, to be arbiters of truth.
And then, of course, reality.
No, but people don't know how to make a rational decision if you don't put out correct things that are supposed to be out in the public.
And then, of course, the typical leftist hypocrisy. The same people who virtue signal about saving the world by controlling speech in order to protect democracy, or I don't know, protect people's feelings online or something. But what it really means is get Democrats elected. The same people who are constantly shouting from the top of the mountain just how virtuous they are. Look at me. I am the all-virtuous leftist Democrat. Always seem to act in such despicable manner, going after Elon Musk's Asperger's. I mean, this is a matter of public record. Elon Musk has opened up about how Asperger's has impacted his life. And here we have the woke, compassionate Twitter liberal who's probably constantly virtue signaling about mental health, saying absolutely vile, despicable stuff about Elon Musk and his mental diagnosis. Elon Musk actually responded, Twitter executive trashing free speech and mocking people with Asperger's, ... These are the people who claim that they are the virtuous protectors of society. Once again, like I always say, give me a break. These people are full of it. And speaking of full of it, and speaking of Elon Musk and his responses, little update on what's going on with the whole Twitter acquisition thing. Elon Musk is going full on savage mode. Musk's Twitter deal, quote, on hold until CEO proves bot accounts are less than 5% of users. Parag Agrawal then starts this whole Twitter thread, trying to justify the claim that less than 5% of Twitter users are fake accounts or spam accounts, to which Elon Musk had a very, very simple response.
How dare you?
Now we're seeing reports that Elon Musk may be looking for a better Twitter deal, as $44 billion seems way too high, with potentially 20% of users being fake or spam accounts. Elon Musk is also roasting the libs. Whoever thought owning the libs would be cheap never tried to acquire a social media company. He then goes on to say at least that's what the liberal hive mind thinks, which of course he wasn't referring to me, but I just had to include that part in the video. Pretty damn cool. Probably the closest I'm gonna get to Elon Musk shouting out my channel. Now we have breaking. Elon Musk is calling on the Securities and Exchange Commission to investigate Twitter's actual user numbers, and this implies that Twitter has been inflating user numbers to fool investors, a possible criminal violation. It seems as though Twitter is crumbling, their stock price is tanking, like we haven't seen before. I mean, the Twitter executive basically said it all, that the company isn't even focused on turning a profit, rather they're focused on controlling speech. Twitter is in complete shambles right now. Elon Musk seems to be ahead of them at every single step of the way. Project Veritas is piling on, they're being exposed for exactly what they are. Leftist authoritarians, clear frauds, and the memes have just been spectacular. There's also this viral clip with Elon Musk.
Said another way, the number of real unique humans that you see making comments on a daily basis on Twitter is above 95%. That is what they're claiming. Does anyone have that experience?
I mean,
really? Listen, there's a bridge I'd like to sell you, and also you can buy the Brooklyn Bridge.
And so this whole situation is just getting absolutely nuts. And I'm just loving the show, how everything that we've been talking about for a very long time is finally being revealed to the public. That's what I got for you guys though. If you enjoyed this video, please make sure to leave a like, a comment, subscribe, share it as much as possible. We are still shadow banned by the YouTube algorithm, hidden from non-subscribed viewers. I'm going to get back to work. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.